Okay, I think I just solved it. Sorry, everyone. I think I spent a lot of time just explaining things over here, but no one could hear me because I had my microphone configuration wrong. It seems that NVIDIA Broadcast was selecting the one it's supposed to use. So I hope you can hear me now. Yeah, finally you can hear me. So sorry for that, and I would say that let's start from scratch, shall we? So welcome again to this first flight. In this week, we have a really interesting project all about kitties, the stable coins, Aave, and liquidity pools, and all brought to you by, of course, the Codehouse team. Remember, first fights are our efforts to help newcomer auditors to become professional auditors in the space by providing you interesting projects to audit and hone up your skills as auditors. So, without further ado, especially because we lost some time for the microphone issue, let me share my screen and let's get started with this project. So, just let me double check. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, you can hear me now. Okay, first fight number 21, KittyFi. KittyFi is a euro pegged stablecoin based protocol which proactively maintains the user deposited collateral to earn yield on it via Aave protocol. With KittyFi, the collateral deposited by the user will not just remain in there for backing the KittyCoin, but will earn yield on it via the Aave protocol. By utilizing the interest earned on collateral, the protocol will reduce the risk of user getting liquidated by equally allocating the interest earned on collateral to every user on the pool. The first time I heard about liquidity pools, getting or earning yield and providing your assets for other people to trade with was really confusing to me, and I'm not blaming you if all of this terminology of having collateralization using the Aave protocol and allocating the interest earned on collateral to every user in the pool is confusing to you. That's why on this project, one of my main goals is to explain you the basics on how this protocol works and ease things up for you when you are going to be developing this. However, I have to mention that I highly recommend you to go to the Aave documentation because as this contract scope is not inherently about Aave, it interacts with the Aave protocol, so you understanding how a smart contract can send funds to the Aave protocol is going to be really helpful for you. Also, before we get started with the explanation of all the smart contracts, please be sure to open the GitHub repo and clone it into your machine. I already have here, and before when we had that microphone issue, I already recommend you to do a make install for it to install all the dependencies. We are going to return to this later on the live. Let me go back to the contest page and let me give you some basics over here. A collateral or the collateralization of assets mean that you as a user take some of your assets. It could be Ethereum, it could be any other asset or coin, and you provide that to the protocol as liquidity, sorry. The liquidity is used by other users to trade, commerce, and send those assets inside the platform. If you may ask why I'm putting my assets for other people to trade with, is because by doing so, you generate something called yield. Yield is the way of the protocol to compensate you for borrowing your assets. It's like generating interest putting your assets on these protocols. One of the interesting things is that by utilizing the interest earned on collateral, the protocol will reduce the risk of user getting liquidated by equally allocating the interest earned on collateral to every user on the pool. So basically, when you deposit your collateral, it means your assets you are borrowing to the protocol is going to compensate you with Kitty coins, which are a stable, which is a stable coin, sorry, which is pegged to the euro. And also, all the collateral you are sending to the protocol is not going to stay there, but is going to be sent by the Kitty vault to the Aave protocol, and in the Aave protocol is going to earn some yield. So basically, you get the Kitty coins to back the collateral you just sent to the protocol, and the Aave protocol as well is going to reward you with some yield. However, you need to have a balance between the assets in collateralization you send to the protocol and the Kitty coins you get in reward. This basically means that, give me a second to check my notes actually, because I set that as a note. Yeah, okay. So basically, the risk reduction here means that the interest earned helps to reduce the risk of liquidation. Liquidation can occur if a value of a collateral drops too much compared to the amount of Kitty coin issued. So basically, if the protocol distributes all the yield generated alongside all the participants, it reduces the chance for you to get liquidated. Other thing that the protocol does to prevent your assets to be liquidated is that you always need to provide over collateralization. It means that, for example, if you want to get 100 euros in terms of Kitty coins, you should provide at least, let's say, 150 equivalent assets on other token. This 150 is not fixed. I'm just making an example over here. So basically, we have the Kitty coin, as I said, is a stable coin pegged to the euro, as you're going to see later on the live. This is a standard ERC20 token importing from Open Zeppelin. Then we have the Kitty pool. This is where the magic happens. This smart contract is assigned the role to allow the users to deposit collateral and mint Kitty coin from the Kitty pool contract, routes the call to the respective vault for deposit and withdrawal for collateral, which is created for every collateral token used in the protocol. So basically, each collateral the user sends create its own vault. The user is required to main over collateralization. As I said, you need to provide more assets of collateral than the ones you are going to receive on KittyCoin in order to prevent liquidation of their position. And yes, this position word is on purpose, pun intended. The pool also handles liquidations. The user gets some percentage reward of the collateral liquidated from the user vault. And finally, we have the Kitty vault smart contract. Every collateral token have their own vault deployed via Kitty pool contract. Basically, when someone sends assets or collateral to the Kitty pool is responsible to create a new instance of the Kitty vault smart contract. The value is responsible for maintaining the collateral deposit by the user and supply it to the Aave protocol. As I said, please read the Aave documentation because it's going to be really helpful for you to understand how this earning money by borrowing my assets mean. The Kitty val, when queried with the amount of collateral present on the collateral of user, then it will return the interest earned to the collateral. So basically, again, the Aave protocol is going to generate some yield, and that yield is going to return to the users, which are going to be like split it accordingly based on the rules we have on the protocol. On this project, we have two actors, the user performing the deposit and withdrawal of collateral along with minting and burning of KittyCoin, and the maintainer, or maintainer, if you want to be more traditional, is responsible for performing executions to supply and withdraw collateral from Aave protocol on Kitty Vault. So this is more or less how the protocol works. Let me summarize it. You provide some collateral to the protocol. The protocol gives you some Kitty coins. In order for these Kitty coins to be fully backed, to be equal to the euro, the collateralization must be higher than the Kitty coin amount. And the Kitty pool not just takes your assets or your collateral and leaves it there, but instead creates a Kitty vault, and each Kitty vault is going to interact with the Aave protocol, and your collateral is going to start generating some yield. And that's it. This is more or less how the protocol works. So let me actually show you the smart contracts. I hope you already do that make install command. Let me actually check if this is working properly. Okay, it seems I have some something missing here, but it's 100% my issue, not yours, so don't worry about that for now. So let me open the smart contracts over here. This importer should be gone as I already used that make install, and let's get started. As I said before, KittyCoin is almost a regular standard ERC20 token using OpenZeppelin, and you can see the differentiation here is that we have a modifier for slash maintainer position, or the one responsible to interacting with this contract, which is only Kitty pool. It means only the pool of assets is going to be able to mint and burn these assets. It means we need to provide an address of the pool, and when then we create the modifier, and the only one allowed to mint or burn that assets is the pool. As you can see, just 28 lines of code, really easy to understand, nothing to miss here. Let's go to the Kitty pool then. On the meantime, let me check if there is thank you for the submission. Oops, I went 12 minutes late. Hope I didn't miss anything. No checker, because I unfortunately missed to select the correct microphone configuration. So we have 11 minutes of no audio. So you are safe to be here because you didn't miss anything. Okay, let's continue. The Kitty Pool smart contract, as well as the KittyCoin.sol, also imports from OpenZeppelin, because OpenZeppelin, is a standard smart contract library most of developers use to ease things up. So let me check what is the part. Only maintainer, it means only the maintainer, is another modificator, sorry, and the other modifier is to see if the token actually exists. There is some interesting part on this smart contract, but let me go to there. We have this deposit collateral, which means deposit your collateral. You need to select the token you want to deposit and the amount. Yes, I'm sorry for these words over here. The protocol, both on the page and both on the smart contracts, is using these pounds, all referring to cats. So, well, it's really easy to understand, right? Even though it says deposit collateral, you can understand that it says deposit collateral. Okay, never mind. Then we have the ability to withdraw the collateral you send to the protocol. And here we have the ability to mint that KittyCoin. Remember, the only one available or allowed to mint and board the KittyCoins is this Kitty pool contract. We have here standard functions, but then we have some complex ones like this one for purge a bad position inside the protocol. These are the functions that you might probably are going to spend some time auditing to ensure everything is doing what it should do. Remember that most of the audits always is trying to find a way for the protocol to do something the protocol is not supposed to do. And finally, we have the Kitty Vault. This is the only contract on the entire protocol that interacts with the Aave pool. And this Aave pool is an interface we have over here. For those of you who doesn't know what interfaces are not implemented smart contracts, which allow you to interact with contracts already deployed on the blockchain. And when I say not implemented, it means that all the functions, as you can see here, are not implemented, but just declarations. So basically, the Kitty vault is the one responsible for creating an individual vault for each one of the tokens, and this is going to send those tokens to the Aave protocol. Again, we have a lot of functions over here, and other things you might notice on this smart contract is here, those tests. I don't know why my test console is not working. Never mind. But one of the things you must notice, or you must try to check out on this protocol, is that every function on the protocol is properly tested, and again try to find conditions on where the smart contract is going to do something the smart contract is not supposed to do. For example, bypassing some of the permissions or the modifiers to allow someone to mint tokens when they are not supposed to mint those tokens. Finally, I always recommend everyone to install the Solidity Metric extension because this is going to give you a nice overview of the entire project. So once you install the extension, you can go to the SRC folder, right click on Solidity Metrics. Let me actually close this. And this is going to give you an overview on all the lines of code, the complexity, and especially over here, these graphs over here at the bottom, which are the inheritance graph. So basically, the KittyCoin is a ERC20 token, and in this specific case, this smart contract doesn't have that much inheritance, but it's going to give you a basic understanding on, for example, if there is something wrong on this smart contract, it might be something wrong on the contract that is inheriting from this. Then we have the call graph. This is going to help you to understand which contract is calling which contract. As you can see here, the call graph is really convoluted over here. But this is going to give you a really nice understanding first on the Aave pools and of course on how each smart contract interact with each other. Something that Echo says is we never run static analyzers on first flight. That's some serious alpha for a place to start. And yeah, that's it. If you want to check a really nice static analyzer, don't forget that we have our own called Cypherine Aderin. You can go to the official Aderin GitHub repo and you can clone it. You are going to need Rust this, but this is a really nice static analyzer tool for finding some vulnerabilities. Let's see if we have anything else on the comments. Okay, it seems that we don't have any other comments. It says Lamau that the graph is disgusting. Imagine what it would like for a real protocol. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We have just 3 smart contracts, 2 interfaces, and look how big and convoluted this call graph is. But yes, this is how the industry works, right? You correct. Yeah, I've seen some wild graphs lol. Yeah, me as well. Again, this is a small project, but let's, for example, if you go to one of our competitive audits, right now we have on CodeHawks. Let me go to the competitive audits. I can bet that any of these competitive audits graphs are going to be really, really, really more messier than this one we have over here. Though, I mean, even though this is nice to understand how the protocol works, some of them are like regular calls. For example, we have a mean function over here, which calls an internal mean function, on a born function here that calls to an internal born function. Just in case the user is overriding these functions on the protocol, you might 100% or 98% ignore those calls or these functions because these come from the ones important from OpenZeppelin, in this case, the ERC20 token. So unless the user is overriding the functionality of those functions or those internal functions, even though the graph is really big, most of those functions could be ignoring safely. So that puts lesser charge on your shoulders. And yes, that was it. I'm really sorry for that interruption at the beginning with the microphone problem. Actually, that made me a little bit nervous, and all the pace I had explaining everything was lost like this, and I had to start from scratch. But that's what happens when you do stuff, you can mess things up. Never mind. For those of you watching this, sorry, offline or asynchronously, you are not going to see that missing part because I'm going to make sure YouTube removes that for you to just see straightforward the presentation and not 11 minutes of me talking but without audio. With that said, thank you very much for watching this kickoff introduction. If you have any questions or you want to contact us, remember we have a nice, incredible Discord community, and our community manager is going to be always happy to solve any issue or question you might have. With that said, thank you very much for being with me on this kickoff. I hope you find a lot of vulnerabilities and you hone up your skills and learn more about collateralization, liquidity pools, and stable coins. Thank you very much again. And let me finally check if we have anything else on the comments. Any additional tip for beginners? Yes, 100%. Being an auditor is not something you are going to accomplish in one day. For that, you need to study and study and study over and over again vulnerabilities, security issues, and of course, participate on contests like this one. But if I have to give you just one recommendation to hone up your skills, I 100% going to recommend you to visit Solo.syc. This is the platform also by the Cyphering team on which you are going to find all the reports of the latest security vulnerabilities, hacks, and breaches for you to hone up your skills. So basically, if you want to become a better auditor, go to solo.xyz and just start reading all the reports. That way, when you encounter a similar problem on your auditing journey, you are going to be more prepared. Let's see. And Shikar says, remember to ask questions on Discord and understand the protocol deeply with docs. Yeah, that's why I also recommended to check the Aave protocol documentation, because even though our protocol or the scope of this project is not 100% related to Aave, it interacts with Aave contracts. So having the big overview on how the entire protocol works is really important. Just as a friendly reminder for everyone, you deposit collateral. By depositing the collateral, you earn a ERC20 token, which is a stable coin paired to the euro. You need to provide more collateral than the amount of tokens you receive. Then those tokens entering on the protocol is going to be sent to a vault, and this vault is going to interact with the Aave protocol to generate some yield. So you have the Kitty coins with you as a back for the collateral you send to the protocol, and in addition of that, you generate and earn some yield for the protocol to interact with Aave. Sorry. And yes, I think we don't have any more questions. So thank you very much again. Sorry again for that missing audio part of the stream. And I hope to see you soon on another First Flight kickoff. Enjoy your auditing. See ya, Hawks.